In this video, I'm going to show you how I practice plan for our Learn to Play box clinic in under 10 minutes, and I'm going to go over some of the why and the what as we go. So with our Learn to Play box clinic, we start at 4 p.m. and some kids don't even get out of school till then, and so some people are going to be late. So it's important that we have something for them to do immediately once they get into the box. And so the first thing that we do every time, this is all the way back from when I was coaching at Vista and all the other places, is we'll do wristers. Now, you just throw the balls out, and when the kids come and they ask what they can do, you tell them to pick up a ball, and they're just going to throw it against the wall, and they're going to catch it. Now, this is obviously just me doing it, but this is the same idea. We're going to focus on pointing our butt end, push, pull. Now, as players come the next couple clinics, we can start adding in other elements and really teaching during this time because players are going to know what to do. Once we've done that, we are definitely going to want to do a meeting, and this is something I've noticed is a very important thing to do every single day, is we will have a team meeting. I think we'll go about 5 minutes, and we're just going to kind of set the tone. Set the tone, make sure the players know that if we do what we need to do, we will play more at the end. Save those notes so I know when we are actually on the field. And then the next thing that I really like to make sure players are doing is we've got to handle the first part of lacrosse, which is picking up ground balls. And so the drill that I like to use for ground balls is a drill I call minnows, and it's just sharks and minnows without the sharks. And so we're going to add that one in here. We're going to show you kind of what it looks like. Basically, all the players line up on one side of the field. They all have a ball, and they run from one side to the other doing a skill. Now, the way that I like to teach ground balls is I say it's 22 ground balls, which is 2 hands on the stick, 2 butts low. And then we go through the mechanics of you want to be an airplane going under a bridge with your stick so that that's how you scoop it, gives them kind of a visual. And then we want to kiss the stick, and every time the players pick up a ball, they have to come up to pass because they're not just going to pick it up, keep it at their hips, drop it, pick it up, keep it at their hips, drop it. We want them to pick it up, kiss the stick to protect it, and then get up to pass. And then we'll add in face dodges, other things as we go from there. Next, we are going to move into, now that we can pick up the ball, what's the first thing we're going to do? We just practice it. We're going to pass the ball. So the drill that I like to do, especially if I have a lot of players, which I do right now, is partner passing. And so within partner passing, we can run this in a variety of ways where we can either have them move like this is showing, or we can have them just standing. Basically, they're just standing there. They're trying to point their butt end, and they're trying to turn their stick over to pass the ball to the next player. The key to partner passing, if you have 30 players and you're alone, is this question that I ask them. Who likes football? They all raise their hand. Well, who's your favorite quarterback? Who's your favorite receiver? And they say whoever they think. And then I'll ask them, well, who's more important, the quarterback or the receiver when it comes to the catch? And all of them raise their hand and they say receiver. And when they say that, I'll ask a player, cool, catch this. And I'll throw them a ball and I'll throw it way over their head. And it gets them to understand the idea that the passer is actually the one that makes the catch. Like, the catch is not possible if the pass is terrible, and it helps them to realize that when they're trying to pass to someone, that they need to put it near them and really try, or else nothing's going to work. Because the reason I like partner passing with 30 kids is because everybody's doing it, but it does mean you have to keep them on task and make sure that they're not just throwing the ball everywhere, which I use the box to put them into penalties liberally all the time when any kid is screwing around, because it's ruining everyone else's time if I'm focusing on the one kid that's not doing what they need to do. And so it's not like they have to go sit in the box for 10 minutes. Like, they go for 2 minutes, they come back out. Now, some kids have never been reprimanded and they've never had a consequence, and it hits them pretty hard, but it's good for the whole group. So once we do partner passing and we kind of get the throwing, catching, we'll teach little things like present your stick, all those things that work with catching. By the way, if you're thinking like, what is he using to put this together so fast? So this is the POWLAX app. This is just the practice planner portion. There's more on top of it, but every drill we just covered, every drill that you see here, uses all of my POWLAX content integrated into one spot that is now actually a tool to help you practice plan much faster. Now you can add to this, but this is what comes just standard. But so if you want to check it out, go to app.powlax.com and give it a look for the upcoming season. Now we are going to go into some part of live drills. Now, before we do anything live in the box, there is a humongous thing that we have to do, and that's our boards in the box meeting. Boards in the box is essentially this. We are going to pull everybody up to the side, and we go to the edges, and we ask them what's different about the box versus field. And some of them will say it's shorter, some of them will say this and that. Really, the biggest difference is the boards, right? They're a huge difference, and kids have to understand how to play near them. Like I yell, easy on the boards, 1,000 times of practice when they're near the boards. And what we discuss in this boards portion is that it is okay if you are against the boards to hold someone up against the boards. That's fine. Like you can't hit them in the back, but you can hold them there. What you cannot do is push them into the boards. So that's where this little spot here where I am there and he kind of like pushes me from the white into the boards. That's its own other thing. That's what we want to avoid. Now, if you are running a box clinic or season, I highly recommend, the Canadians have been doing it most, put the stop sign on the back of their jersey. Once we do this, we're also going to go over two other rules in the box, which is place and push, which is when you're setting picks or you're hitting, like you got to place your stick on them and then push them away. You're trying to move them. You're not trying to just like jam them. And so this kind of helps set the tone as far as how they can actually make contact with each other. I'm also a huge advocate. I don't even know what the rules are for this anymore, but I always say that you are not allowed to hit. There's no man ball in box. You have to go for the ball. It doesn't mean you can't box out, but you cannot turn and like take man like you will in field lacrosse. Once we've done this meeting, now we can play. And so we are going to go to the 1v1 drills, and we're going to do a drill that I like called ground balls to goal. And this is a pretty simple drill. Basically, you set up two lines in any location you want. You roll them a ball. Whoever picks it up gets to go to the goal. Once there's a shot, they've got to go back in line. But I can run all four corners at once with 30 kids, which puts like 7-8 kids per corner. And when you have this many players, especially younger players, we like to build their communication with this idea where, because I mean, you're talking about 6-7-year-olds. They're all screwing around in the lines, especially if there's only you. But they have to stick their stick up in the air to let me know that they're ready. And if they're ready, but their partner's not ready, they don't get a ball. So one line that's on top of it will get like 3 in a row if they can. But I'll look at them, I'll say, are you ready? Like, is he ready? And it helps them to realize that they can communicate with each other and get them ready to go. And setting that standard is awesome because it helps it all move faster. The next drill that I like to do in these clinics is Duke drill, the transition version. We're going to line each team up in two sides on a sideline. And when the drill begins, they're going to come between these two cones. So there'll be sets of 2, sets of 3, sets of 4. And with high school teams, I'm on the opposite side. But with younger kids, I like to be here so I can actually get them into between it so they can be the next group quickly. Because as the first group goes, you'll see as I roll the ball out here, this group's going to just play to the goal. Super fast paced. But once these players are playing, the next set needs to move in so that they can go right as the shot goes with the first group. This is a playing drill. It's not something that I'm going to be coaching much in. Like I might have a tip for one kid or another, but if it's only me, I just need to keep the drill running and let them experience it, not micromanage each individual skill like I would if I had assistant coaches running it and I was then dialing in something that I wanted at like the varsity level. Once we're done with this, we've got 25 minutes left because we've got a 75-minute practice. We're going to scrimmage. Now, when I scrimmage with this many players, we'll divide up the teams and we'll divide them by age. So we're going to have an upper age group and a lower age group, and they are going to alternate 2-minute sessions with no face-offs. And so the players will sub in and out after the 2 minutes each time. And so that we just get everybody in, everybody through. If we have an older group, we're going to probably teach subbing the next day and we'll actually get them running face-offs and things. But on the first day, it doesn't make any sense to teach them how to face off in addition to everything. We just want to get them actually playing the game. Now, we are over by 10 minutes. And so I have to cut something. Let's look. I got minnows there. I could probably shave some time off of this. That'll definitely take 5. We'll shave this off, go to 10. Awesome. So now we're perfect. So now we have our exact hour and 15-minute practice. We actually have 2 of these, so I'm going to change this to 5:15. Now I have my older groups practice plan as well. I need to get there at probably, I'd say 20 minutes before. And now we're good to go. And so now I'm just going to print this, and we've got all our notes, everything we need. And now I definitely don't want this to go away, so I'm definitely going to save it. And so I'm going to say learn to play box practice 1. And so I'll save it for next time. And then when I come back, I can just load the practice plan. And now I have this to modify and save for the second one. But so that is how I practice plan for my learn to play box session in basically like 10 minutes. Now, quick word from USA Lacrosse. They are doing their regional convention in Denver on December 6th and 7th. So if you want to come learn from, I think, Bill Tierney, Trevor Tierney, Casey Powell, a bunch of other really awesome coaches, definitely get to it. I'll leave a link in the description.